Hey, this video was made just for you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
The next topic that we will study about is the experimental proof of Ohm's law. If you remember, Ohm's law was V is equal to IR, where V was the potential difference, I was the electric current, and R was the resistance. Try this. So the material required is 4 cells of 1.5 volt each, an ammeter, a voltmeter, and conducting wires, nichrome wire, and a plug key. So this is the procedure. Set up a circuit as shown in the figure. Use the nichrome wire XY as the resistance. So here they have connected the nichrome wire XY, and if you remember, resistance is shown as the symbol of this wavy line. Then they have connected the voltmeter in parallel so that we can measure the potential difference between X and Y. And the ammeter is connected in series to the resistance so that we can measure the current passing through this wire. K is the key, and they have connected the 4 cells also. Connect one of the 4 cells as shown in the figure. So in A they have just connected one cell like this. Take readings of the ammeter and voltmeter and enter them in the table below. Now add the rest of the cells one by one and enter the readings again in the table. So first we just take one cell and then slowly we keep adding more cells, and then we take the readings what we find in the ammeter. Determine the values of V upon I for each case, and draw a graph between the current and the potential difference and study it. So after recording all these values, you will notice that as we add the number of cells to this diagram, you will notice that the current and the potential difference keep changing. But they change in such a way that when you do V upon I, you will find out that R is always constant. Because we are not changing the resistance, therefore R will be constant no matter how many cells you add to it. Now let us do some solved examples using Ohm's law and resistivity. Example 1. The resistance of the filament in a light bulb is 1000 ohm. So here they have given us the resistance of a filament in the light bulb. If the bulb is fed by a current from a source of a potential difference 230 volt, how much current will flow through it? So here they have given us the resistance, that is R, and they have given us the potential difference, which is V. And they are asking us the current, that is I. So here resistance is equal to 1000 ohm, potential difference is 230 volt, and they are asking us to find I. So we'll use the formula of Ohm's law. I is equal to V upon R. All we have to do is substitute these values and we get the answer as 0.23 ampere, because the unit for current is ampere. So therefore the current flowing through the filament of the bulb is 0.23 ampere. Example 2. The length of a conducting wire is 50 centimeter and its radius is 0.5 millimeter. So here they have given us the length of the wire, which is 50 centimeter, and the radius, that is small r, which is 0.5 millimeter. If its resistance is 30 ohms, this will be R. What is the resistivity? Resistivity is rho. So they are asking us the resistivity of this wire, of the material that the wire is made of. But they have given us the length in centimeters and radius in millimeters. So we have to convert all these units in SI units. Therefore, the SI unit of centimeter and millimeter would be meter. So we will have to convert these into meter. So the length 50 centimeter would be 50 into 10 raised to minus 2 meter. While converting centimeter to meter, we have to multiply by 10 raised to minus 2. Similarly, radius is 0.5 millimeter. But when converting millimeter to meter, we have to multiply by 10 raised to minus 3. So 0.5 into 10 raised to minus 3 is equal to 5 into 10 raised to minus 4, because when we shift the decimal point one place backwards, this from minus 3 would become minus 4, and they have given us the resistance as 30 ohms. So the formula for resistivity is rho is equal to Ra upon L, where A is the area of cross section of the wire. And since the wire is in a cylinder, the area of the cross section would be a circle. And area of a circle is pi r square. So therefore, we find r is equal, rho is equal to r into pi r square upon L, because we have substituted this value in the place of A, that is the area, and all we have to do is substitute the values. And once we solve this equation, we will get 4.71 into 10 raised to minus 5 ohm meter, because the unit for resistivity is ohm meter. So therefore we found the resistivity of the wire. Example 3. A current of 0.24 ampere flows through a conductor when a potential difference of 24 volt is applied between its two ends. What is its resistance? So here they have given us I, which is 0.24 ampere. They have given us V, that is potential difference, which is 24 volt, and they are asking us to find R. So here we found out I is equal to V upon R. So when you rearrange the formula, we can get R is equal to V upon I. And we just substitute the values of V and I to get the answer as the resistance is equal to 100 ohms. Example 4. Determine the current that will flow when a potential difference of 33 volt is applied between two ends of an appliance having a resistance of 110 ohm. So here they are asking us to find I, and they are given us V and R. Then they are also telling us if the same current is to flow through an appliance having a resistance of 500 ohms, how much potential difference should be applied across its two ends. So first we have to find this I. Then they are telling us to use that same I and use R as 500 ohms, and then to find what will be the V, that is potential difference. So this question has two segments. Let us solve them one by one. So in the first case, they have given us V is equal to 33 volt and R is equal to 110 ohm, and they are telling us to find the current I. So I is equal to V upon R, and when you do substitute it, we will get 33 upon 110, and you get I is equal to 0.3 ampere. So the current flowing through the appliance is 0.3 ampere. Now they are telling us to take this same current and apply it against a resistance of 500 ohms. So now they have given us I is equal to 0.3 ampere and R is 500 ohms, and they are telling us to find V. Now when you rearrange the same formula, we would get V is equal to IR. And when you multiply 0.3 into 500, we will get the voltage as 150 volts. So the required potential difference between its two ends would be 150 volt. Example 5. Determine the resistance of a copper wire having a length of 1 kilometer and a diameter of 0.5 millimeter. So they are given us that there is a copper wire which has a length of 1 kilometer and it has a diameter of 0.5 millimeter. And we have to find out the resistance, that is R. So the resistivity of copper is 1.7 into 10 raised to minus 8 ohm meter. And all copper wires have the same resistivity because resistivity depends on the material of the wire. So we know that the resistivity, that is rho, is 1.7 into 10 raised to minus 8 ohm meter. Now we have to convert all of these in SI units, that is meter. So the length is 1 kilometer. 1 kilometer is nothing but 100 meters, which is 10 raised to 3 meters. Now they are given us diameter as 0.5 millimeter. So diameter is 0.5 millimeter, which is nothing but 0.5 into 10 raised to minus 3. But in the formula for resistance, we have to use area. And area is pi r square, that is radius square, but they have given us the diameter. And we know that the diameter is double of the radius. So therefore, we have to substitute diameter divided by 2 would give us the radius. And we have to do whole square because it is r square. Therefore, now when you substitute all of these values, we will get the area. And we have to use it in the formula for resistance. And the formula for resistance is R is equal to rho L upon A. So we found A from this. We know the resistivity, that is rho, that is 1.7 into 10 raised to minus 8 ohm meter for copper wire. And we also know the length, which is 10 raised to 3 meters. So after substituting all of this and after solving it, we will find out that the resistance is 85 ohms.
For the answers to this exercise and other free worksheets, please go to jkacademypro.com.